Hello friends, Chris here. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you like the video, if you like the other content on my channel, please do those YouTube things like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. It would be very appreciated by me. And to all my dear friends and returning True Blues, thanks so much for your continued love, support, kindness, and friendship. It means the world to me. So, what do I have for you today? I have two Dreamer Designs kits. Well, actually, just one of them. You'll see the other one in another video. But I hope you enjoy it. And I'm just going to... What else is there to talk about? As I'm talking, I will be undoing the kit for you. So, I'm just going to scooch on down, angle you on down, so you can see what I'm going to box, alright? Hold on. There we go. Okay, that was pretty smooth, considering I didn't give you too much of a earthquake there. So, as I said, it's a Dreamer Designs. Now, they recently, well, you know, recent-ish, I don't know when I'm going to put this up, probably, you know, I'm probably not going to hold off on this for like 6 months a year like I do some of my kits. But, needless to say, or whatever you want to call it, in my time recently, they offered some sort of deal, and I had to get it for two reasons. First off, the deal was really great. It was buy one, get one something. I don't know if it was like 70% off or something, but for me to grab that deal, it was a great deal. Let's just say that. So that's the one thing. And the number two thing was, I do have a wish list, which, by the way, just in case you're wondering, I do list my wish lists for some of the companies and stuff in my description if you want to take that out, take a look at them. And while I'm talking about that, any other things you might want to know, like social medias and event information, is also in the description box with the wish lists. So, excuse me. So, I tend to, keep them fairly updated. But I was, there are things on my wish list that, well, I'll take this out while I'm talking. There are things on my wish list that are more priority. Maybe I like it, but I probably might never buy it for myself. But you never know, that sort of thing, it just, things that you never know at what point I might decide to get it, or, stuff like that. And so there's definitely priorities. That's what I'm basically trying to say. And usually there's a couple of, like, I really, really want it. So, and either it's not in stock, or they might have been discontinued and it's still available to see on the wish list, but I don't want to let go of the hope, or I just can't get it at the time, whatever reason. And so this was on my wish. So I had two items on my wish list. One was in stock and one wasn't. So, as you could see, let's just go through this super, super quickly. Dreamer Designs box, here's the backs, usual stuff. How-tos and what's included. Scan codes. Simple box. Nice and kind of sleek. And it comes with a nice ribbon around it, and it had that bag that you've seen me take off for protection. All right. So, I had two items on the wish list, and one was in stock, one wasn't. And I'm somebody who is like, for me to get something, I really usually like to get two, because, as I say a million times, there's nothing worse I hate doing than paying for shipping. It just irks me to no end. I hate doing that. I rather spend a whole lot more getting a second kit than throwing like $15 down the toilet, basically, to get something shipped to me. I'm just that person. I rather, pay $70 for another kit than just waste the $15, I just can't do it. So there was one kit that was available for me that I really wanted, and I wasn't going to get it, and I was, hoping for something else to come back in stock, because a number of them on the wish list wasn't, that I would have bought. But then, all of a sudden, bam, this came back in stock. So I was able to get this kit, after all that long, rambling story, me, I was able to get this kit, the one that's been out of stock for quite some time, and the other kit that I really wanted. So, there you have it. Included in here is an instruction booklet, tips and tricks and instructions and thank you for your purchases and social medias and all that good stuff. We have our drills right here. We have a toolkit, go through it really super quickly. In the beautiful microfibery kind of velvety bag that everybody just adores. Fabulous. Get a bag of baggies here. This is the contents. We get 2 hand grips to make for comfort for your hands if you don't have any other pens. 1 regular pen and 1 a little like an AB-ish kind of pen used for ABs. That I don't use it, but people say it works good for that. You get 2 little trays of purple wax. You get a couple multi-placers, the bad ones, the yucky ones. You get a straightener, which is very much appreciated because I am a huge advocate for straighteners. You get some murder tweezers that are super murdery. Look at that point. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it as well as I can, but those are super murdery. That's a... you don't hate me for saying this. It's like... This is the Menendez kind of tweezer. Although I know they didn't use knives. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. Don't come at me, people. Don't come at me. A pink tray, which is kind of strange. It's pretty and all, don't get me wrong. But their color is purple, but their tray is pink. You can try to convince me this is purple, but this is a pink tray. Sorry. Not that it matters, but I'm just saying. And this is a little thing in case you didn't know. So if you want to use 2 colors, you just pop that in there, and it's a divider. All right, all that's done. See, it went too long because I'm kidding around and having some fun with you all. Okay. You go back in there, guys. You go over there. So, I will show you the kit now. Although you know what it is already. It is called Seahorse Spectrum by, is it James? Jamie's? Reyes. And it is a round 60 by 80. And it has 68 colors. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ABs, it looks like, and 2 rhinestones. So here is our sticker sheet. These are all stickers on the side, so you can have some fun stickers. Here's the sticker of your kit. As I said, all the info right there. Look at that beautiful seahorse. And this is your labels for your containers if you like. They are all individually cut right there. Okay, so I'm just going to put that over there. Here's our drills, which we'll get to in a moment. Actually, no, you know what? While they're right here, Dreamer Designs puts all of their specials in at the end of the strip, so I don't have to go fishing around like other people. I did see, was that out here already? Yes, so that's, and so I'm gonna just cut this off so we can look at where they go on the kit. And our colors are these. So you see a lot of dark colors in here, but there are, again, colors of the rainbow. Pinks and oranges and greens and blues. Everything. Yellows. Alright. Now, is it upside down? Well, yes it is. So we're going to just flip it and reverse it. Okay, here we go. Look at it. The one you've been waiting forever for. Let me just show you. There. Fabulous. So, like usual, our information... No, we're going to do this. All right. Here we go. Our information is up here top. The name, the artist and the 60 by 80 again here. And both sides have a legend, motto down at the bottom, paint with passion. And we have our beautiful seahorse. Again, like I said, it's round. So Dreamer Designs has a nice thicker sheet. This one isn't as thick as I thought, but it is thick, so that's nice. Their glue is always super sticky. And yeah, so what do you guys think? It's beautiful. So our seahorse is here, colorful seahorse, and we're surrounded by fishies. Fishies over here, fishies here. Is this a fishy? I don't know. I can't see. Yeah, that looks like one. Up here and over there. Nope, everywhere I point, I'm always out of camera. A little one there. And of course, all the coral and everything in the sea, the coral reefs and the floating things, and I can't think of the names of all the stuff down under the sea, but here we have it. It's just really, really beautiful. I'm going to just give you a little closer look at the canvas itself so you can see the drill field. Alright, now I'm just going to move him this way so I can see where all the special stuff goes. And I think, hopefully, we'll be okay. So I love seahorses. That's why I got this. I think they're so magical and majestic looking. I love the fact that it's such a colorful picture. Let's see. As far as color blocking confetti, this is, again, for me, Dreamer Designs Diamond Art Club, for me personally, I deal with confetti the best with them. I don't know, both of these companies, I can be okay with it. And their charting, for me, is just, my brain processes both of these companies the best. So I generally don't have an issue with a lot of confetti on their kits. And they kind of have a good amount of both, usually, for the kits that I choose. I do kind of intentionally sometimes look for that, but other times if I love a kit, it's not going to bother me. I'm going to get what I like, you know. And usually even with them, there tends to be a good amount of both. So while this one does have a lot of confetti, it's not like the confetti that's going to drive my brain crazy. You know, like there's a ton of confetti in the seahorse itself. You know, so if I did a section like this, yes, there's going to be a lot of confetti in it, but it's not insane confetti, and my brain is processing good. It's, you know, I can't describe it. If you know, you know. If you have an issue like that, I don't know. I can't describe it. Some people, are like, what are you talking about? Some people are like, I got you completely. So, it is what it is. There are plenty of areas of color blocking. In here, this dark blue, all this is one color. This lighter blue, all one color. This blue over here, all one color. Same as we go throughout here. We got small amounts of color blocking in here and in here. And these are small areas of color blocking, but this is one purple, this is one purple, this is one purple. You know, so it's not like 5,000 different purples in this one area, you know. So to me, it's a good amount. It's not going to be crazy, and it's not going to bore you to tears with color blocking if you don't like color blocking. I'm sorry, if you find doing this area takes you 5 hours, I don't know what to tell you. That's not that bad to do a little section like this of color blocking. It's just not. Anyways, moving on. I'm a little sassy today, so that's how we have it here. So let's look at our specials, and I'll point out where they go. So we have our first crystal, which is a clear crystal. Very nice. Got some of that. Our second crystal is this beautiful red. Look at that. Cranberry kind of red. Love it. Then our ABs, we have a green AB. We have a yellow AB. Or, well, it's a yellowish orange. Yeah, is that 742? That's an orange. The lighting in here is not great, so sometimes it skews colors for me, guys. So if I say a weird color and it's not, it's the lighting here just really sucks in this room. So here's a medium purple and a darker purple. We have another green. And now that one is a yellow. A very nice sun yellow. So where do these go? Let's start with our crystals. So our clear crystal first. It's that one, and that would be an open O color. So that is going to be, and you see this white around the fish? It'll be at the end of his tail, outlining that, or his fin, and on the bottom here as well. On his face over here, outlining his face right there. And this fish all the way in the corner here. Again, outlining him in that white area here as well. Over here and here. So that's where those are going to basically be a little bit on the ends of this little area of the seahorse. Just in that little area right there, and a little there, as well as a few of them here, a couple of them here, going in the middle, a couple of them here, on the corals. I forgot what these are called. Here as well, the tips of them. Not a ton of those. Again, a little bit on the fish end over here, and on the fish over here, as well as here. Just those little white areas. A little bit his forequad and his eye, as well as a little there, and a little bit on the bridge of his nose here. And same thing with the fish up in the corner on the top of his like fin area. Same as the other fish. So that's where those clear ones go. As for the red rhinestone, which is a lot bigger bag, and that is the X symbol. So we'll start up here, since I have it open up here. We have some, a couple lines right up there. The picture cuts off, so it probably is like a piece of another fish. We have a couple X's over here and in here, or a couple of the red rhinestones, I should say. And again, the bottom fin of him. We have a line of them through here, and a little bit through here, through here. A lot of them are in this seahorse, you know, just spread out in kind of a couple lines or groups. So this, like, in this area is a group of them, and here's a little group of them, and in here, and here's like just one line that goes down here. So it's kind of spread out in like tiny little bursts, or a little line here and there. None over here. I'm just looking. So if you see me pointing and I don't say anything, that's just me looking for them. I'm scanning with the eyes, but there are a couple right at the edge of his nose right there. There are some in this fish right there. That little line you could see, and a couple lines over there. A couple here. Oh, no, can't see that. This little grouping over here, right there. A couple the lines throughout here. There's red lines. Again, all throughout the seahorse in some of these red areas. Again, at the tips of his area here. A bunch in this fish down here. A lot of this area right here. All of that big chunk on the coral. Again, and just some lines throughout here on this fish as well. Alright, so now we'll move on to this green AB. Not too much of that one. That is 66, and that is the 3. So let's look for a 3. Okay, we have some, maybe if I scoot you down just a little bit, might be a little easier. We have just a little bit in there. Like about 8 of them, let's say. We have this little, oops, yep, that little patch right here, Arthur, of that AB right there, and as well as this little patch here. And that's kind of all I see on this real quick look at it. Again, there weren't many in that package, and I see a couple, like 4 of them right in there. So there's not many of them in this painting and of that color. But then we're going to go on to this orange AB, which again is a full nice pack. And that is 65, which is a K. So, okay, we'll start over here on this end. If you see this lighter area, all of this large chunks is that AB, the orangey AB. It's looking yellow on the canvas. This, again, the lighter area. This lighter area here. Over here, this area here, and here, and here, and here. In here, in here, in here, in here. So there is another, that other AB, which is the actual yellow. I'll do these together because they're so similar, you know, and they're both big bags, and they're both really in the same area. So there's the K and the H. So like I said, let's go back over here. Just the K is over here. There's none of the yellow AB in that. But there is some of the orange over here and by the eye. But in the Seahorse, that's what I'm talking about. They're next to each other, a lot of them. So both of them are in this area here, and here, and here, and here, and here. All this in here. A little there. This chunk here, this here, here. You know, just both of the colors for the most part. The fish up here has both the yellow and the orange. Some of them have more color than the other one, but I'm just going to point this out real quick for you, that, you know, they're in these areas, like over here and here. You know, so wherever you see those colors, again, a lot of them in here. The K's, they're there. Again, spread out a little bit in the fish, like by the eye here. A lot of this light color in here, and then the next color down are both of those. A little bit in here, a little bit over here, a little bit through these as well. All right. So let's look for these 2 purples, because most likely they'll be in the same area. So 63 and 64, and that'll be a check mark and a half closed circle. So we have a few of them over in here, just a couple. Doesn't look like there's a quick look many purples of those colors, or any, and there's none in the Seahorse. Oh, I take that back. Right there, there's both colors of the AB right over there. There's a couple over there, but not hardly any of them in this Seahorse. Most of them are over here. Yep, in this, again, coral thing. We have the lighter one, lighter color here, and then the darker color. Just big chunks here. Large chunks, large. So most of them are going to be focused all on this over there. as well as over here and over there. We got a few of them on the edges of the eye, as well as over here on his nose. Some of them in this coral up here. Up there. Up there. A little bit over there. So that's basically where the purples go. Purple ABs go. And a little bit over on this side too as well. So this painting has them nice and spread out in lots of different areas on all the corals and the fishes, which is really nice. It gives everybody a little chance to sparkle and shine. And our last one, oh no, I did that one, I did this one, did that one. Yeah, and then the other green, I think. Did I do the other green? No, that was the 62, which is kind of like the little side with the bump on it. And that's the last one. And those are these light ones. So, the light, like, kind of neon-looking ones right in here, and up in here, and here. Throughout the Seahorse, those neon-looking greens are where those go. And I'm pretty confident. There weren't tons of them in that package. There's a little bit, tiny bit over here on the coral. Right there. Where's my finger? Yes, okay. Sorry about that. But there weren't tons of them in there, so that's where most of them are focused on, all in him. And a couple down and through him on the bottom as well. And that's it. So, guys, wow, 26 minutes. Sorry about the length, but it's me just going on and on, you know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a pretty picture. It's going to turn out really beautiful. I hope you liked seeing it. If you like it, check it out. Don't know if it's still in stock yet. Like I said, it did sell out once, so it's a popular one from the site. Thanks so much for joining me today. Stay tuned. There will be a part 2 of my Dreamer Design Buy, and I will give you a hint right now. See, so if you stayed and watched the whole thing, you'll know what the hint is. It's a Hannah Lynn, and there are a number of Hannah Lynns on the site. So I won't say which one, but it's a Hannah Lynn. So stay tuned for that as part 2 coming up at some point in the very close future. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Seahorse Spectrum from Dreamer Designs. And until next time, my dear, dear friends, please, everybody, be safe, be happy, and stay safe, stay happy. All right, thank you so much. Bye, guys.